Alright, I'm back with part 4. First, let me show you the canvas. After the last video, this has dried. It's been drying for I think 3-4 days now. So it takes a while for this to dry and become transparent slash translucent. Wherever it is the fattest, it'll remain a little translucent. I don't know if you can see. Because the background is kind of white, you can't really tell anyway. Today I'm going to actually try and start putting the flowers on this. So for that, I also tried an experiment where I spray varnish the flowers with this just to try and see what happens, and they get a little wet and a little bendy without being breaky. So I can bend them a little bit without them breaking. So if I want to lay them down and push them into that into the thick gel medium, I'm still not sure how I'm going to lay them out because they're not all going to fit on the canvas, and I don't know, I want to kind of do it like this. So I did think that I should first lay them out, but then that's not really how I do stuff. I usually just be like, okay, this is working, let's do this. So I'm going to start placing them like this. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with the extra stems, but I'm going to try and kind of make it look circular. So first I'm going to lay down a thick layer of this gel. So this is the brand new gel jar that I still have. I have some others which were a little dried up, so I mixed some varnish in them, but they have a bit of air which is going to take time to kind of settle. Yeah, that's what you normally do to tap it. So I'll give it a day or two before I actually use this one. And the even older one is a slightly more watery version of this, which has a lot of air bubbles. I don't know if you can tell in this, which I've also kind of tapped out, but it takes time to settle. And I have a brand new bottle of varnish because you run out of varnish pretty quickly. So I'm going to start with this, and it is already kind of open, so I hope it's not too dry. Oh god, it does look dry. Top layer is like totally skin. Okay, anyway. Let's go hata dete hain. And then I'm just gonna, the insides look fine. So I'm just gonna wipe it off here so that, don't want to waste anything. And that's it, I guess. Yeah, okay. We're gonna get started with that. I'm just gonna wipe my fingers, otherwise it'll dry. And I'm planning to push the flowers in on the gel with my hands, so I don't want them but this is like Fevicol. I don't know if I told you last time, it comes off like Fevicol. So right, let's do this. Okay, yeah, this does look mostly fresh. Some of it is dry, but chalega. So it's going to be a slightly thick layer. And I'm just going to put it all over the canvas first and then start with the flowers. I hope this is visible. Yeah, okay. Now the problem is that I would normally get more gel before I start on a project like this. But considering we can only even not get essentials right now is, so there's no chance of me getting varnish any which ways. So here we go. Okay, I do want the layer to be really thick, but the problem is ab varnish itna gel hai hi nahi, to kya karu? So it's possible that I might not be able to finish the project, I mean, which is fine, it can wait. Anyway, it's going to take a long time to dry, and that's one of the things that you must keep in mind with this. Bahut time lagta hai dry hone mein. Sometimes, depending on how many layers you have, it can even take months for it to dry. In this case, again, I'm doing this for the first time, so I don't really know how it'll behave if I add a third element, which is the dried flowers. But I guess we shall soon find out. So this doesn't, like I said, because it doesn't dry very quickly, you can just do this and then take your time in pushing the flowers in on this. So I'll have plenty of time to do that. This is not going to dry. Just move the flowers a little away. It's a nice way to preserve, I think. You can probably do it with any kind of flower, but I think the main thing to keep in mind is the flat pressing. I suppose next time I try something like this, I'm going to flat press the flowers in a book or something, so that I don't have to use so much gel, and especially not on a canvas. If it was like an MDF wood board or something, then it'll have more strength to hold on to the weight of all the gel. So I think what I'll also do is that once this is actually done, I will weigh the final product, and then I'll weigh a non-painted 12-inch canvas of this size. So this is a 12-inch canvas, and then we shall see how much weight we've actually added to this. So I need some depth to push the flowers in. So I think I'm gonna probably just run out of this entire jar. Ooh. I was hoping to do at least 2 layers of this, but I'm not sure how that'll work, considering I have limited quantity of the gloss gel. I do have a really big jar of the matte gel, but the matte gel dries even more translucent, and I want it to be as transparent as possible. So I'll push some flowers in, some I think I'll leave a little more on top. Doesn't have to be even. Yeah, this is also like a little old. The gel, I mean, the jar is old. काफी time से मंगाया हुआ है. It's been laying around. I had ordered these when I was experimenting with what kind of art I wanted to do and I enjoyed the most. So these have been laying around since then, at least a year, maybe. At least a year, definitely more than that. I think I like how this is looking. But imagine this is going to take like a long time to dry. Okay, almost done. I'm definitely going to need like a lot more to cover the flowers once I've actually put them in on this. And you know, sometimes what happens is everyone's like, oh, palette knife, nikalta nahi hai jar mein se. So I just use a regular table or a teaspoon, because it's not always possible to like get it out. There are some artists who are so experienced with the palette knife that they can use it in like amazing ways. I am not one of those artists. And you see, this is what? How many grams is this? This is 237 ml. So I don't know exactly how many grams that will be, but I'm guessing at least 200 grams. So that's the weight. Imagine that you're adding to this. And if I do like 4 layers like this, that's 600 grams. So after it dries, it reduces a little bit, but not so much. I don't want this to be like super even at this point. This is fine. Abhi the once I start putting the flowers, it's gonna get very uneven. And yeah, okay. I think that's all the gel I have at this point. Must leave some for later. I do wanna use a little more on the edges because that's where I mostly want to focus the flowers to be on the edges. It's gonna get messy because I'm gonna start using my hands at some point. Fine, I think that should be alright. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna try to use some varnish on top as well once I put the flowers into this, so that they get a little wet. You know, I don't want them to be very rigid. All these fine-tuning things I'll do later on, like, you know, cleaning up the edges and stuff. I'm saying I'll do later on and I'm still doing it now. Anyway, right, let's close this jar. I'm trying not to close it over the canvas because, you know, there's always chance of some dust or lint falling down. And I'm gonna try to clean this right here so that I don't have to go to the kitchen sink just yet. So there we have it. Okay, let's see what we got. How are we gonna do this? So let me start with the one that I have already Okay, here we go. Interesting. Okay, I think that works. Yeah, definitely works. Okay, not bad, huh? Just got started. Okay. So, can just do this. Maybe a little bit of this here. I don't know. Not too much because see, the flowers are crunchy. I don't want them to be crunchy. So I think maybe I should spray them a little bit before I start putting them in like this. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, I think that works. पहले spray करते हैं. Problem with that is now my one finger is like, so I can't spray it with this. Oops, it broke. At this point, I think even if it breaks, it shouldn't be a big deal because now it's already on the canvas. But as much as possible, I do want to stick it in. Wow, this is gonna take a long time. So maybe I won't really record the entire thing. As in, I won't upload the entire thing. I think I will still record the entire thing. And this is also interesting. So we can wipe it a little bit. Oh, I forgot to spray it. Wait. Yeah, definitely makes it a, oh, this is fine. Even better, I guess. Different level of control, I suppose. And again, just because I have all these flowers doesn't mean that I'm going to actually use all of them. So that's fine too, you know. I hope I'm not obstructing the view. Oh, I don't have to use all of them. I'm telling myself more than I'm telling you guys who are watching. I do have some smaller ones that broke off earlier, you know, like these. So these also I can just kind of sprinkle. But first I would like to spray them a bit. Oops. I don't normally spray like this because this is not good practice. It's all in the air and I'm not wearing a mask right now. But because I'm already recording the video, I am not going to, it's fine. You see, it becomes a little, the flowers become slightly more manageable with the varnish sprayed on them. Like they're not as crispy. So that works. Because with the crispy thing, the problem is that the chances of them then breaking is very high. I mean, I don't mind a few broken ones because it kind of adds to the whole thing, but I don't want too many broken flowers also. So right now all this is looking like it's white, but it's kind of going to become translucent. Just a little sticky. And another little leafy. All these bits are pretty cute. I like them. In fact, I might do more of those itty bitties. So I'm trying to see what others I can use which are like kind of roundy. This will work. Oh god, again I forgot to spray it. Ah! Okay, let's see what happens if I don't spray. Yeah, it gets more, feels more achy breaky types. Okay. This is not going to stay white. It's going to become like translucent. No. This one. Hey, this is interesting. Like cure, maybe? Yep. Yes, and then which one next? So I just want to give the spray to absorb, some time for the spray to absorb into the flower. That's why I'm holding on while I pick up the next one. This looks interesting. Ugh. One-handed is not very easy. Hi, this looks so pretty. Oh my god! I think right here. I guess this is the second one I'll spray after this. And this one's gonna come right here. Again, I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with these. I mean, I could just leave them, no? The edges, I mean. Okay, what should we do after this? This one? Maybe. I want like more roundy ones. Oh, this one? It's too roundy. No, this one? This one works. Okay, so I'm just picking out. No, I don't like this. Ooh, this one looks interesting, but it's too, you know, it's the height is, there's too much happening. So pressing it in will not look so good. I like the colors on this. See how it's like a little brown to green. Yeah, this looks nice. Okay. So meanwhile, this goes here. Perfect. Hey, this looks so nice. Oh my god. I did think that maybe I should just remove the flowers at a certain section and chop off the stem. But then again, because I was undecided, I was like, abhi chhod deti hu, baad mein dekhte hain kya karna hai. So here we go. Trying to press it in as much as possible without breaking it. Maybe I can shove this under this so it doesn't keep coming back up. That'll probably mean that it brings up the other one also. Haha. So I'm gonna need a lot more of this right here. Press all this in. Yeah? Okay, cool. What about this one? Where does this go then? Like this? This could come here, yeah. Okay. Spray time. I'm literally just holding it like this and spraying it like this. I don't want to do it over the canvas because I'm not really sure how it's gonna work. I'm gonna place it like this for now because thoda we want the whole thing to absorb a little bit. And then this one, yeah, it can come here. Yeah, this looks nice. Chalo, since I showed it to you last time. Here, I'm gonna leave it. Ooh, this is so pretty. Oh my god. यहाँ पे yeah, this works. Okay. Here. Really? Here. I guess this works. Okay, let's go back to the ones that are not so crispy anymore. There we go. This was the second one. Oops. Hold this a bit. Like honestly, as you guys know, this is the first time I'm doing it, so I don't really know what I'm doing. So we will see what happens and how it all turns out. And I'm okay with that, because that's what it's all about. Experimentation. And finally this. I think I'm going to stop for now, and the next we will do on the next layer. I think that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, it's not so bad. I really like how it's looking already. Oh no, it's not your turn yet. Wait. But what I want to do, if there's something that I'm not going to be using at all, then I want to use just the flowers for just some, not just the flowers, just like I just want to break it up like that. You see what I mean? It looks really pretty. There we go. Oh my god, this is so pretty. Hey, this is nice. Like, I'm only making and I'm only saying it's so pretty. Yummy! And we can put these also where the starbursts have happened, because these look like starbursts. And here we go. And one more starburst. Okay, and then we have this. This is so interesting though. Okay, perfect. So this can come here maybe. Okay, here we go. All right, now what am I going to do now? So I'm going to wipe off my finger first, and then let's see what else we can come up with. Okay, so yeah, this is for now, this is done, and I'm going to do another layer, at least another layer on top of this. But before that, we've got to pour some varnish so that it fills in. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise this so that it doesn't stick to the plastic beneath. Okay, for that, that's what it'll bring it a little closer to the camera so the whole thing won't be in frame. So 3, 2 and 1. But see, otherwise just like that's how it looks. It's pretty rad. Yeah, okay, that works, right? It's in the center, kind of. Okay, it almost looks like it's edible or something. I am now going to start literally just pouring the varnish through this. Let's see how bad or good it is. Okay, it's not too bad. Again, remember, I have never done this before. I'm pretty sure some of it is going to drip. Should be fine, I think. Just one of those hazards. As long as my table is covered, it's not really a problem. This is going to require a lot of varnish. There we go. First drip. Shit, that's a lot. Maybe I should have actually first put like a tape or something on the edges. I can actually still do that. Let me see. Let me find some painter's tape, which I know I have somewhere in one of the drawers. Okay, let me just like pause this for some time. Okay, so I completely forgot to record the part where I found the tape, which is the tape. That's the painter's tape. It's called painter's tape. And I've put it on the edges, not very well because I have had to leave space for the stems, because I don't want all the varnish to end up on the desk. And I forgot to record it because, I mean, I don't record a lot of videos. So sometimes it's a little like, oh no, do you know where the record button is? Oh no. This is the reason I also got the fresh bottle of varnish, because at this rate I'm going to run out of it pretty soon. And again, the idea is not to cover everything. Mainly I wanted to do the flowers. Stems, I might even have to like spray at some point, I think. If I want to keep them, I could always layer them with the gel, and I could just let them stick out. But then it'll be a very delicate piece, because then the chances of the stems breaking off in transport, or if I'm hanging them somewhere, that'll be a lot higher. So now this varnish that I'm pouring, this thing cracks, okay? Especially if it's power cut. Especially if it is, oh, this doesn't need to be here. This can be, no, niche. There you go. This can be here. See, it is kind of preventing the varnish from dripping, which was the idea behind the whole thing. Okay, I think this kind of works for now. And damn, I'm gonna have to like leave this like this for a long time. Did I miss something? That thing is, even if I did miss something, the plan is to have another layer on this, so it's not that bad. Oops. No, not encouraging you. Yeah, now I can just leave this and see what happens. Oops, this is dripping. Why is it dripping? It's dripping because it has found an outlet. Right, and you can't really rush the drying of this thing also, because it cracks like nobody's business. Arey, is pe nahi dala. Caught one, yay! Yeah, okay, it looks like a soup, but it's not a soup. But maybe it is. It's like a dried daffodil soup. But it's not edible, please. None of this stuff is edible. Just in case there's someone watching and like, oh, Naina said it's edible. It's not. And yeah, I guess thanks for watching so far. This is a long video. Maybe I'll split it into 2 parts. I'm not sure. But there's no point splitting this into 2 parts. It's fine. Right. So this is part 4 of me trying to preserve daffodils on canvas. Thanks for watching. Bye. So I thought I'll show a close-up of what all this looks like. Up closer. Obviously it's not going to be as stable because this is handheld. And that's what we're doing these days.